Welcome back, friends. Today we are making a Hemingway Daiquiri. So we started our sour journey. We are in the middle of our sour journey, I should say. We started with the daiquiri. We took a quick pivot to the gimlet, essentially the same cocktail, and now we're swinging back to the Hemingway Daiquiri. Hemingway Daiquiri, technically, for those of you following along at home, is not actually a daiquiri. It's a daisy, but we'll get back to that in a second. The history of, so we talked about last time the history of the daiquiri, different versions of the same story, either invented at La Floridita, a bar in Havana, Cuba, or it was invented by an American mine manager who needed to come up with a new cocktail when he found out that he was out of gin. The Hemingway Daiquiri does not have a controversial or does not have a contested story. Everyone pretty much has the same version of the story. It was invented at La Floridita. Hemingway was a renowned drinker, if not an alcoholic, and he was also a diabetic. And he would go constantly to La Floridita and would order daiquiris. But because of his diabetes, he would say, listen, I need something stronger with less sugar. Initially, it was called El Papadole, but over time it changed to the Hemingway Daiquiri. Initial versions of the Hemingway Daiquiri was just that. It was a daiquiri with double the rum and no sugar. To balance it out, they added grapefruit juice and they swapped out the simple syrup for Maraschino Liqueur. So we're going to go ahead and make that today. Let me go ahead and get everything out of the way so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I'm going to start off by chilling a coupe. And all of our citrus-based cocktails, we want to shake, not stir, so we get them well combined. So we are going to add ice to our Boston shaker. I'm going to start off by adding 4 parts of white rum to the shaker. We're using Donku, Puerto Rican rum. I'm going to add 1 measure of the Maraschino Liqueur, using Luxardo. Going to add 1 part grapefruit juice, freshly squeezed. And I will say it's important to go with something, number one, you want to go with freshly squeezed just because of the quality. But also this kind of cocktail, or this cocktail in particular, I should say, you want the fresh because you don't want it to be sweetened. The whole point was unsweetened. And then we're using 1.5 measures of lime juice. All right. This time I'm not going to flip it over until I'm done. Shake it till cold and well combined. And as you notice, this time it didn't burst. No mess. Dump out the ice. Strain into your chilled glass. And we garnish with 1/4 of a grapefruit. Grapefruit wedge, I guess. And this is the Hemingway Daiquiri. Cheers. Oh, that is really good. So I was not expecting, I didn't know what to expect. Combination of flavors, the fact that we had the Maraschino Liqueur, grapefruit, and lime juice. So I was expecting to be extra tart. The tartness creeps up on you. It's not... So the daiquiri, the gimlet, you know immediately you're drinking a lime-based cocktail. Here, you get a subtle tartness at the beginning, and then at the end is when your mouth really starts to like water from that sourness, from that tartness of the grapefruit, of the lime juice. The maraschino does not give it, I don't know if it's because it's 4 parts to 1 part basically, but it doesn't give it a overly strong cherry flavor. It just gives it a little bit of sweetness. Yeah. I don't know why, probably because of the maraschino liqueur, but I don't know why this isn't on more menus. That is really good. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera. As always, like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any thoughts. Next, we have a few whiskey sours that are coming up, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, cheers.